So surprisingly, the cockpit size feels like it was custom made for me. Those firecrackers bothering you? Cast off the lines for my first sail with this boat, and I'm out here in South Puget Sound. It's Olympia, state capital of Washington, right there. My cat's on board, and she seems to be taking it calmly. I was kind of worried about that. Supposed to run the engine for 45 minutes at 1500 RPMs. And that only leads to about 3 knots of speed. So it doesn't look like the engine's overheating. It runs actually pretty quiet. Not too much vibration. And in fact, it's the quietest engine I've ever had. But like I say, this is 3 knots isn't very fast. Especially if you've got a 5-knot current. I'm about to turn the motor off and try sailing. Pull out the jib. The wind seems to be just off the beam, so it would be a good time to try out my roller furling system. Get some buffer room going here so I don't run into any shallows. Well, just sailing here between 2 and 3 knots. Just checking out the jib. It's 150%. jib, so it's a monster genoa. This is the first time I've seen it. I've never had the opportunity to inspect it before now. And it looks in pretty good shape. I think it's one of the sails that was used the least on this boat. So I finally got my main up, and it does not have a downhaul, and it does not have a Cunningham. So I've been adjusting what I can. I got a makeshift downhaul rigged with a tiny line. The wind is 0 to yikes, I gotta go this way. 0 to about 7 miles per hour. So we're just now finally getting a puff of wind. Those are called cat's paws coming across the water. Yeah, kitty. They're cat's paws. This is Minette's very first look. Very first sailboat ride, actually. And this is her first venturing out of the cabin while underway. This is big time new experience. So a really good reason to do your first sail in like 2 to 6 mile per hour winds is I went to tack, and my 150% Genoa wasn't making it around my staysail stay. So I tried to furl it up and it jammed like a quarter of the way in. Really solidly jammed. And then I realized it was my spinnaker halyard that I had cleated off by the bowsprit, had wrapped into the sail and stopped it. And no matter where I positioned that, I had the same problem. So I just, there it is. I pulled it down. So I don't have my cruising spinnaker on this trip because you know, this is my first trip with this boat and I don't want to take on too much, and it was a wise decision. So I'm pretty sure I'll figure out the problem. In fact, I've already figured out the problem. Things are going good. I'm cruising along here. Kat is taking to it quite nicely. She was out here lounging earlier. I'm not quite sure how this Loran thing is supposed to work. It's telling me I'm really off course. It's just done that ever since I left the dock. So apparently it this Loran CDX thing needs some sort of other input, which is probably obsolete and I don't have anymore. So it just sits there and goes back and forth. A waste of electricity. And wow, it's 130 feet deep right here. Yeah, so this is really nice. This is turning out good. I'm learning stuff. I'm glad. The winds were light. Now they're just now are getting a little stronger to where I can actually do some real sailing. And a good introduction to the new boat. And the next step is to find a place to anchor. And I don't want to anchor in the you know, the usual places where hordes of other people are. I want to find my own anchorage. And that's kind of what this vlog is all about. Finding your own anchorage. Hi. So this is the spot that I've chosen. It is 23 feet at this point. So the biggest the tide goes down is 12 feet. The wind is not going to shift in that direction, of course, according to all forecasts. So I don't have to worry about being blown upon that shore. In fact, the wind is supposed to clock around and come from there, so I might get some chop because there's some fetch there. And there's the beach you can land on. So it's a state park. So it's a good place to anchor. Over there's a housing development, and things seem to be good so far. First day of sailing my new boat. First day at anchor with my new boat. Doing a lot of things in one whack. Man, that looks good to me. Pork chops, bell pepper, mushrooms, red pepper sauce, pepper, and salt. luck. Yesterday I had to, my destination was directly into the wind, so I had to motor all day yesterday. Today there's absolutely no wind at all.